Hey, what's up guys? It's Patrick here, and today I'm bringing you guys the next episode of my Defenseless Champion series. So we left off the last episode at 2,707 trophies. I went ahead and bought a week-long shield, had a really good time in North Carolina, but now I'm back home, ready to do some raids, and hopefully today we can hit Masters 2 and we'll only be about 400 away from the Champions League. Alright, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and do some upgrades. Big shout out to AppBounty for hooking me up with the gems. Once again, if you have not checked them out already for a way to get free gems, there is a link in the description below. But pretty much I went ahead and upgraded all of my army camps, and hopefully by the next episode I will have all of my army camps upgraded. Alright, so let's go ahead and do some attacks today. Instead of doing just hogs, I am going to switch it up a little bit and bring some GoWiWi strategies, but those are probably going to come a little bit later into the video. So looking at raid number 1, we're attacking a guy in Master 3. I am bringing the hogs for this one, and it looks like he does have an Inferno Tower. That's probably going to do a lot of damage, but the thing is, the rest of his base is really under upgraded. That's sort of the things with Town Hall 10s nowadays, even though if you have a premature base and you upgrade everything really quickly, because you can see he only has level 2 wizard towers or level 3 wizard towers right there, but if he has one or two Inferno Towers on multiple targets, it makes the base that much more powerful, and it's pretty crazy. It used to be no matter what you did, if you upgraded your Town Hall super fast, you would be in a ton of trouble, but nowadays, even if you only have all level 1 defenses and you have those 2 Inferno Towers, you're going to put up a good fight against a lot of different army compositions. So you can see here I attack from the top and the right. I was really just focusing on that Inferno Tower because I knew after I took that down I really wouldn't have to worry about anything else. And at this point I do have my lightning spell and 2 heal spells left, but I'm not going to drop them and I am going to save them for the next one. Overall this one was pretty simple. Yet again, I guess just moral of the story is to when you're attacking bases with a multi-Inferno Tower like that, just focus on it, and once that goes down you'll be able to take care of the rest of the base very easily. Alright, looking at the total trophies, we got 17 trophies from that one. Really didn't get a whole lot of loot, but let's go ahead and move on to the next one and see if we can get to the same result. Alright, raid number 2, attacking Tiger, and at this base, he does have 2 Inferno Towers, but the thing is, they're both set on single target, plus he doesn't have any Clan Castle troops. So let me go ahead and bring those guys out, and then once I take care of those, I can start my raid. So if you're attacking someone with hogs and they have single targeted on the Inferno Towers, you pretty much don't even have to worry about them. It is sort of annoying, with the Inferno Towers, even though they're only shooting one hog at once, they do have a lot of hit points. I was thinking about that today. It's really crazy how many hit points the Inferno Tower has, and I'm guessing they just did that so you couldn't shoot it down with lightning spells, but you'll see when my hogs get to him, it takes a long time to take them down. So right now I did drop my first 2 heal spells, and I dropped those to where it would actually heal my hogs all the way through those defenses and the Inferno Towers. So it looks like we took care of the first Inferno Tower. After this air defense goes down, they're going to hop over and take care of that second Inferno Tower. And now looking at what I should worry about, it's really just these 2 Wizard Towers on the bottom. So once again, I've only dropped 2 of my heal spells, didn't have to drop my lightning spell, and seeing as there's only 3 defenses left, I'm not even going to have to drop those, and I should be able to still get 3 stars in this base. Alright, so let me go ahead and drop my king and my queen up top. Those guys are going to speed it up a little bit. I've seen a lot of raids in my clan wars where people have been getting 95% on hogs, 98% on hogs. So it definitely helps to have your heroes at the end to back you up. But I've seen so many raids where it's one army camp left or one builder's hut in the corner and people haven't been getting 3 stars. But yeah, that was a great raid. We did end up beating that in enough time, especially because we had those heroes. Let's go ahead and go to this next one. And for this one, I'm going to be doing my first GoWiWi strategy on this account. So right now, I have level 5 wizards, I have level 5 golems, level 2 witches, as well as level 4 heal or free spells. And I think the other spells are almost maxed, except for, or I guess they're level 5. So let's go ahead and see how we can do. I have pretty weak heroes, and the thing with the GoWiWi strategy, it's meant to be for Champions League players who have around level 20 heroes. So I only have level 8 and level 5 heroes, which is pretty weak. But if I do the raid right, I still should be able to get 2 stars. It's just going to be a little bit more tricky than it is on the original Chief Pad account. Alright, so right now, I got the king and the queen up top. I did drop my witches. Usually, again, guys, if you're using the strategy, drop 3 witches up top, followed up by 3 wizards once they spawn the skeletons. And then that should be enough to take care of those heroes. And then now, I am dropping a few wall breakers. I did have them blow up in the giant bomb, and you're going to see that's going to be pretty important in a second. And now I'm just trying to make my way to the town hall. So this guy had a lot of T intersections, and as you can see, I'm dropping my wall breakers. I dropped the last ones I had, and I'm still not going to be able to break into the center of the base. So at this point, either my king or queen has to break through the wall, my wizards have to break through the wall, or I'm going to have to shoot over the top and see if I can get that victory. You can see, I think I did break something up top right there, but all my troops are on the sides right now, so they're not going to enter in. And yeah, I'm really just going to have to focus on this archer queen, and you can see she's in the perfect position to get the town hall. So she isn't a beast like the level 40 queen is. You guys have seen plenty of raids I had where she's done a ton of damage, but I did drop a rage spell on top of her, and what seemed like forever, but she finally finished up and got us that first star. So things are going pretty well at this point. Again, probably the only fail I had was in the beginning with the wall breakers. I did lose a couple to a giant bomb, and then I didn't really place them that strategically after that. I did waste a free spell here. I probably shouldn't have used that. I didn't know if my king would get it. I wasn't really looking at him. And then now that I get 50%, I'm going to go ahead and surrender. That way my heroes keep their health, and that'll do for this raid. So in total, he had 27 trophies available. I got 2 stars and took 18 of them. And I think that's better than like the other 2 raids I had, even though I got 3 stars. So definitely a good raid, and let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, so this is going to be the second GoWiWi attack I have today. Looking at this guy's base, I did get one of those giant bombs out of the way, as well as I did get the Barbarian King. I was looking to see if I could get the clan castle. I wasn't sure whether or not I was in range, and at this point, after I dropped that wall breaker, I was guessing that there'd be nothing in the clan castle, but we'll just have to see what happens from there. All right, so looking at this guy's base, he does have these archer towers on the outside, and you can see that little trick I had. That was a pretty good little class trick. I dropped my wall breakers to take care of those giant bombs, and I thought that was pretty crafty. I gave myself a pat in the back on that one. And now I'm just going to take care of those heroes and make my way inside of their base. So I do have 18 wall breakers, and you'd think it'd be really easy for me to break through the walls, but let's go ahead and see what happens on this raid. Again, same exact strategy, drop your witches, or first drop like 2 or 3 barbarians, then you drop your witches, and by the time their skeletons are up, you can drop your wizards, and you'll be able to take care of any king and queen really easily. No matter what level they are, level 40, it might take a little bit longer, but you still should be able to win. All right, right now things are looking pretty good. Once again, those giant bombs actually helped out a lot and saved a lot of my wizards' lives. And at this point, I started spamming wall breakers just because I didn't care and I thought they would break through. But literally none of my wall breakers broke through those walls. You would think 1 of 18 wall breakers would be able to hit it, but I really neglected it. I thought I had it in the bag. So at this point, I had to have my king actually smack through the wall. And that definitely set me back a little bit. At this point, I was like, whoa, that was probably not that smart. And yeah, I decided that I would have to just step it up, drop some spells. And even though my Barb King went down to that single Inferno Tower, I was able to get that first star with my wizards. And then now I just have to focus on my troops getting the last couple of percentage points. All right, so looking at the queen, really focusing on her because obviously she has a ton of health, as well as those wizards did a great job. And at this point, we're at 53%, and I decided I would let the raid run a little bit longer. I guess just to drop that disrespect to show him who's boss and take as many percentage points as I can. But there really was no point. There was no chance of me getting 100% on this raid, especially with all of those wall intersections. It would take forever. So once my queen got over there, I went ahead and surrendered and wrapped it up for the raid. So in total, 20 trophies, really pretty good, especially for 2 stars. That's definitely what I like to see. And let's see if we can keep that going and wrap it up with this last raid. So I decided I would switch back to the Hog Rider. And if you can look at all that loot, there's over 380,000 elixir. Wow. 340,000 gold plus 1,500 dark elixir. And once you throw in those loot bonuses, this is going to be an extremely profitable raid. You can already see that all the gold I have is piling up, and soon enough I'm going to have maxed out gold. I've already finished all of my gold upgrades except for my clan castle maxed out. And I'm not sure if whether or not I want to build my other gold storages. I sort of like how small my base is right now with only like 2 gold storages. So I don't really think I need that upgraded clan castle to get to the Champions League. So I might not upgrade it. We'll see what happens. But I'll probably just focus on upgrading my troops and heroes in this last couple episodes. All right, so right now, again, like I said, I brought the Hog Strategy, and this worked out perfectly because this guy's Expos and Inferno Towers were all burnt out. You can see he hasn't been on in a long time. That's probably why he has so many resources in his gold mines and elixir pumps. And after I lured out the troops, lured out the king and queen, I'm going to go ahead and start dropping my hogs, and we should be good. As long as we don't have any fails, as long as we don't have any giant bombs, I think we'll be okay. But we'll just have to see what happens, and I need to keep my eyes looking at my hogs. So we've already dropped 2 heal spells. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Looks like there's a wizard tower right there. Again, he's another one of those guys who hasn't really upgraded his base that much. It's pretty sad how like a base like this, usually if it has Inferno Towers filled, defends better than a max Town Hall 9. It's just because the Inferno Towers are so overpowered right now. Like, it's pretty tough for Supercell because they want to make sure the top players in the world, they have a challenge with those Inferno towers. But for those people who just like rush their Town Hall and build 2 Infernos, it's definitely sort of cheesy. But anyways, we took care of all that stuff. Again, I saved my lightning spell and 2 heal spells. Didn't even have to drop those guys. And yeah, another 100%, pretty easy. And like I said, look at all of that loot. That's about, plus the loot bonus, that is a lot of loot. That's like over 900,000 resources. So I'll definitely have to store that in the bank and use it later. All right, guys, heading back to base. We're at 2,813 trophies. Pretty solid. Got us up to the Master 2 League. I think after this, I do have my 1-day shield available. So I might buy that after this episode. But yeah, I think that's going to do it. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Make sure to drop a like if you did. Going to post another one of these in probably 2 days. So hope you guys are looking for that. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.